Hi everyone, welcome to this week's reading, and I'm back. Thank you to everybody who sent me well wishes. I was quite sick for a little while there, just battling a cough for a long time, but I'm much better now, and I'm back with a weekly reading. This is for the week of the 5th to the 11th of November 2018, and as you can see I have 3 piles of cards here for the card reading portion. And I'm going to talk about the astrology for the week, but I just want to let everybody know while I'm talking about the astrology, use your gut instinct, your intuition to tune into pile 1, 2 or 3. I have 2 cards for each message. You can see what you're drawn to instinctively, whether you're drawn to the energy or the particular card, colours, whatever it is. But I'd say, you know, go with your gut instinct. And also you can choose more than one pile, but I would say probably don't choose all 3, but maybe 1 or 2. But one should pop out to you more in terms of what you're going to choose. But I'm going to get to that in a minute. First of all, I want to talk about the astrology for the week because it's a pretty huge week. This week there's a lot of energy, a lot of changes, a lot of shifts going on. You may be feeling it if you're out there. I want to say in particular, if you're a Sagittarius or a fire sign, Leo or Aries, this week, you know, Jupiter is moving into its home sign of Sagittarius. This is really exciting energy. It's uplifting energy. It's Jupiter in its home sign of Sagittarius, which is luck, abundance, freedom, communications that are very positive, expansion on your life path. I'll put a link below this video to another video that I did for my main channel, Starlight Oracle, where I talk about for each zodiac sign what you can expect with Jupiter going into your sign. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. Though some of you I'm sure have already seen that video. I've had that there for a while on my other channel. So that happens on Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? No, it's actually, sorry, it's Friday this week. Jupiter moves into Sagittarius. So it's really exciting energy. It's going to be a big shift, a big change, a lot of uplifting energy, because you see Jupiter has been in Scorpio, and this week it's 29 degrees of Scorpio, so that's the very end of Scorpio. So things can hit a sort of a bit of a crisis point for some people, especially if you have anything at 29 degrees of Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio or Taurus in your chart. It can be a bit of a sort of peak of intensity, of emotion, of you know, truths coming out as well for some people, knowledge that has been hidden or information that has been hidden coming to light. So yeah, it's a big week. But just backtracking a little bit, we also have a new moon in Scorpio as well. So this is very intense. You know, we're still in Scorpio season, of course, and the new moon will be at 15 degrees of Scorpio. It will make a sextile to Pluto, which is very positive, and a trine to Neptune. So what I would say with this new moon this week is deep emotional and spiritual rebirth is possible now. There is a need to trust in your gut instinct, in your trust in your deeper intuition at this time. You may have deep emotions bubbling up from within, and those emotions are guiding you into something new because it's a new moon. Now, those people affected are going to be anyone that has anything sort of in the close range of the 15 degrees of Scorpio, so, or a fixed sign. So that again, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus or Scorpio. If you have anything, say, on 15 degrees of Pisces, it's going to trine those placements. Also, let me think, what else? Scorpio, Cancer. If you've got anything at 15 degrees of Cancer, it's going to be very positive for you. Cancer or Pisces as well. And Scorpio. So if you have a lot of Scorpio energy, this new moon is going to be very psychological, and it may require you to sort of surrender to the flow of what's happening. There can be a sort of a purging of emotions, a releasing of emotions, and sort of a rebirth after that. So this is a very positive new moon because of the aspects that it makes. But again, it can bring up some hidden emotions, but this is going to be a good thing. It's going to purge out and release those emotions so you can have a new start in some way that is very empowering, deep, purposeful, and beautiful. So it's like an emotional recharge and transformation. So it's quite deep. What else can I tell you? The sun, from Monday to Wednesday, the sun makes a trine with Neptune. Again, this beautiful energy. You know, there's a lot of strong emotional energy at the moment, a lot of transformational energy, and a lot of spiritual and psychic energy going on as well. What else have I got here? On Wednesday, two things are happening that are significant. Firstly, the North Node changes signs. So we go from the North Node moving out of Leo into the sign of Cancer. Now, with Leo, we've been all about following our hearts, our creativity, our passions. And now moving into Cancer, it's about deep soul connections. It's about home, where you feel at home, and also where you connect with soul groups, your tribe, you know, your people. Can be like a focus on family and home life. It can be a focus on family or mother or mothering, which is traditionally connected to the Cancerian energy. Parenting. But, you know, it's just going into Cancer. So it's starting at because the North Node moves backwards, it's starting at 29 degrees of Cancer. So if you have anything in your chart at 29 degrees of Cancer, this is powerful for you. It can really push your life forward when anything, especially the moon or the ascendant or sun, gets activated by the transiting North Node. There can be a lot of changes in your life. So we'll see for the next year or so a focus on one's true emotional self, one's soul calling. You know, what you really feel inside, following your heart, following your soul, following your deeper emotions to a new path. Also Wednesday, Uranus is retrograding back into Aries. Okay, so it's moving back out of Taurus into Aries, and next year we'll go back into Taurus again. So the Taurians might feel a little bit of a break from some of the crazy energies that we've been feeling. As a fellow Taurus, I've been feeling that a bit. So yeah, Uranus going back into Aries. The only thing is that people born late in Aries are going to feel this intensity again from Uranus, which shakes things up and causes some kind of, you know, chaotic energy so that you can experience positive changes ultimately in your life. So Aries, late born Aries are getting that now from Wednesday up until, I think, early next year. I think it starts in May next year where Uranus goes back in Taurus. And then we're really going to see for the Taurians a lot of changes, big dramatic changes and unexpected changes. Sunday, the Sun in Scorpio makes a sextile to Pluto, which is nice. And that's it for the week with the astrology for the main stuff. The main things, as I said, Jupiter going to Sag, great news for Sagittarians, all the fire signs, the new moon in Scorpio, and the North Node changing signs. All right, I'm just going to get some water and then we'll get into the cards for the week. All right, so if you chose grouping number 1, I'm going to read that for you now. So I'm just going to get closer there. Okay, so we have a card from the Mermaids and from the Crystal Angels Oracle. So you have, for those that chose number 1, Amber, which says, give it to God. Take a deep breath and on the exhale, release this situation to God for healing and answers. Wow, that's a beautiful card. What I get for this, for the people that chose this, if there's a situation around you where you just have been trying to figure it out in your head, or even in your emotions, or both, it's just really right now a time to just let it go, to let sort of synchronicity step more into the situation for you, and let the higher forces kind of work behind the scenes for you. You can give it up in prayer. You can sort of say, you know, I release this now because I don't know what to do about this situation, or whatever's troubling you. But it's the golden energy is very beautiful and uplifting here. And what I'm getting from this is things will get resolved in time for whatever your question is, and you need to have a bit more faith with the situation that it's working in your favor. Let yourself receive comes with this message as well. So it says, allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. So it's a beautiful card about being open and not being so guarded. So if you're someone that's very self-protective, like if you've got a lot of Scorpio energy or Capricorn energy, Aries energy, you might be very guarded or self-protective about, it could be about relationships, I feel. Or new connections as well. Just remember that sometimes it takes courage to be a little bit vulnerable, to be a little bit open, so that you can allow the energies to flow to you. If you're closed off, people feel that they cannot give to you. So it's about being open, but also trusting in higher forces to guide your life at this time. So that was number 1. Let's go to number 2. Excuse me. Alright, so this is, whoops, the Angel Answers and the Chakra Insight Oracle. Oh wow, that's beautiful. We have trust and gut instincts. So that's pretty much just right there saying to you guys that chose number 2, trust your gut instincts, trust your intuition at this time, trust your knowing, trust what you sense. Okay. Also, the lion really symbolizes having courage. So there may be choices and situations around you that you will need to initiate. You will need to be the one that somehow gets the ball rolling in terms of the changes that you want to see. And it may be a little bit difficult at first, but the trust card comes in here to say, you know, sometimes when we embark on a new path, it can start out a little bit challenging because it's all new and we're sort of out of our comfort zone and we're like not used to that energy. Until we get used to it, then things start to sort of come together more over time, you know. So it's saying if the road is a little bit bumpy at first when you make some changes soon, just remember to have trust in a process, and that even if it is challenging at first, it's not always going to be that way. Okay. The last pile, which is 3, Angel of Positivity and Completion. Wow, that is powerful. Sorry, the camera was off center there while I was just doing that. So this is from the Guardian Angel reading cards, and this is the numerology guidance card. So what the message here is, you're in a cycle of completion at this time if you chose number 3, and it may be a little bit testing for you because generally us humans, we don't like change. This card, Angel of Positivity, is asking you or reminding you to please remain positive at this time while you go through some significant life changes, okay? And this is 25, which adds to 7. 7 in numerology is about understanding that there is a higher destiny going on for you at this time, and you may feel like things are out of your control, but you need to go with the flow of the changes so that you can come into a brand new cycle, because you have completed a karmic cycle. You have completed something karmic here, whether it's a relationship, a job, a phase of life, a cycle, you know. And this is reassuring you, saying good things are coming in. You just have to have a bit more faith and sort of try to replace any pessimistic thoughts with positive feelings, and, you know, trusting that intuitive knowing that you have deep down that everything is going to work out. Okay, so those are the messages for you guys this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like a personal reading with me, turnaround time at the moment is approximately 7 to 12 or 14 days. And my store is open. I do have some items on sale actually at the moment, which are listed in the store, so you can see which ones have 10% off at the moment, which will be 10% off some of my listings until Wednesday this week. So also don't forget, if you haven't seen it already, check out the link below to my other channel where I talk about Jupiter moving into Sagittarius and what that means for all the signs. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a wonderful week. Thank you. Bye.